goes to Rancho Obi-Wan to talk to Steve Sansweet. We sit down to play the classic Star Wars Racer arcade game, and much, much more. Now, from the Lucasfilm headquarters, it's the Star Wars Show!
Hello, I'm Peter Townley, and welcome to the Star Wars Show, the only Star Wars show on the internet that was co-hosted by a hologram Andi Gutierrez last week.
And this week, too!
You're never gonna get tired of that, are you?
Nope. Let's go to the news.
If you are one of the countless fans watching right now, it's probably a safe bet to say you love Star Wars.
Now, it's no secret that Star Wars fans are undoubtedly the greatest fans on the planet. Whether it's the story, the characters, or the action, people love Star Wars for a multitude of reasons. Recently, 4 rebellious fans garnered national attention in a new commercial for Target. StarWars.com had a chance to interview all 4 of the featured participants in an article on our site that you can check out right now at this link.
That's cool. Also released this week was a cool behind-the-scenes featurette from ILM showing you how they created the special effects in Star Wars The Force Awakens. The reel quickly slices together dozens of effects elements from practical to CG to demonstrate the tremendous amount of work that went into creating a handful of memorable scenes. You can check it out in its entirety right now on their YouTube page.
And for more happenings from the Star Wars galaxy, be sure to check out StarWars.com. I like you better as a physical human being.
But I like being a hologram.
We'll be right back.
It's cool.
I'm here at Rancho Obi-Wan, home of the largest collection of Star Wars memorabilia, with the founder of Rancho Obi-Wan, Steve Sansweet.
Hi, Peter.
Thank you so much for having us.
Oh, my pleasure. Always a lot of fun.
What were you collecting before Star Wars, and how did Star Wars change that?
I started collecting bottle caps and trading cards and comic books when I was really young, and so I had this collecting gene in me, I think. But I had started collecting Japanese space toys, wind-up and battery-operated robots. And then Star Wars came out, and there wasn't a whole lot of merchandise at first, but when some of the merchandise started to come out, I added that to the space toy collection, and it slowly but surely took over. And by the mid-'80s, when people were stopping collecting Star Wars because there wasn't much, I looked at that as a buying opportunity, and that's when my collection really increased to something approaching what it was today.
And that brings us to another big part of your collection, which is preservation, because you have many things here that without the collection would have been forgotten or thrown away, or
I'm
just sort of lost to the ages.
And I'm not the only one, and that's the great thing about Star Wars collectors in particular. They have gone out and they have done research, and they have rescued pieces that otherwise would have gotten trashed. And so not just about the making of the movie, but the making of the toys and the technique of how the toys were made and the actual prototypes and sculpts and things like that. They have spent hundreds, if not thousands, of hours tracking these down and have preserved them in collections.
At what point did your collection become something that other people were interested in?
When we moved up here and started, it was my personal collection, and there was one room. And around about 2010, as I was looking towards eventual retirement at Lucasfilm, we said, okay, there's only one way we're going to be able to do this, and that's incorporate, become a nonprofit, and be able to have people here on tours. There were people coming through, friends, but I could never have strangers here. We weren't set up to do something like that. So in 2011, we became a certified nonprofit. We started giving tours that you can go to ranchoobiwan.org and look at the tour calendar. We started doing events. We have our annual gala this year in November, and we started doing shows like celebrations. We have branched out, and little did I know I would have a third career, from newspaper journalist to marketing to running a nonprofit museum.
What do you see Rancho Obi-Wan's future being?
I hope that we have a long future for Rancho Obi-Wan, and what that future takes is something that we're even discussing now. And we've come together with a vision statement, what we would like it to be, and hope that it lasts and stays together. And that will all be in other hands at some point.
Well, we are all so grateful for what you've done for the fans of Star Wars and for the franchise. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you. Thanks for coming anytime.
First time I saw it, I was like, whoa.
Watching Princess Leia take charge, I thought, girls can do that.
I like the characters that do their own thing, like me.
It is an unconventional way to connect with the kids, but students love it when you use Star Wars to teach Shakespeare.
Do or do not, there is no try. That's my parenting motto. Star Wars helps me teach my kids to stand up for hope, for good will always prevail.
It's about being true to yourself, even if that means having stormtroopers walk you down the aisle. Not just fans.
Not just parents.
Not just teachers.
Not just girls.
Rebels.
Hey guys, it's Brian and Max, and this is Rancho Obi-Wan, and this is This is Pod Racing. Specifically the arcade game Pod Racing, based on the hit film Star Wars Episode 1. The best scene in that entire movie was Pod Racing.
Yeah.
Now this is Pod Racing.
But now you can actually play it, sort of.
It's so wizard.
Anakin, let's do Anakin. This is pod racing.
Yeah.
So you're holding them both forward, but also turning at the same time?
Well, you pull back on one to lower the power. It's just, have you seen the film Episode 1, The Phantom Menace?
Yes, I've seen Episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
Exactly like that.
There's 12 of you in this race. You're ranked 11th right now, but we're just getting started. Max, ultimately we want to take down Sebulba so we can rescue our mom, right? That's the point of this race?
That's the entire premise of this game. Originally it was called Star Wars Mom Rescuer Arcade. You want to give it a shot?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
This is pod racing.
It's
your favorite man, Gasgano.
I like Gasgano.
Man, this is such a slow pod.
It's because you got to use the boost.
Don't waste my boost.
Don't tell me how to play your game.
I'm pretty sure this is pod racing.
Can you do donuts?
Yeah, I can do donuts. I mean, not in this small little, oh, okay, here we go.
I do like the difference in motivations. Anakin's like, I gotta save my mom and be free. And Sebulba's like, I gotta embarrass that small child and impress those Twi'lek girls. To Scrooty Dopot, Slamo, that was pod racing.
Well, that is the end of our show. I say our because technically Andi was hosting this episode with me, but since she's not here right now, I can only assume her hologram is on the fritz again. So let's get down to business, shall we? Last week, we asked you to send us pictures of your well-loved Star Wars toys, and there were some pretty interesting items sent in, like Spacebot Cantina's Ahsoka figure that was played with so much her arms fell off. Jeff Comfort passed his original plush toys down to his daughters, while Matthew Stein's 3PO and R2 look like they're well overdue for an oil bath. And, as always, make sure to check out the Star Wars After Show presented by Verizon, where this week maybe Andi will host or maybe I'll host. We'll leave that as a fun mystery for you to solve by watching. Check it out this Thursday and every Thursday on youtube.com/Verizon. Plus, before I go, like the video, subscribe to the channel, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Google+, like us on Facebook, subscribe to Vine, and download the Star Wars app.
It's working. It's working now. I think I fixed it.
And Andi, you gotta come back to the studio. We can't keep doing this.
Fine. But vacation's so much fun.
Is it more fun than co-hosting the Star Wars show with me?
No. Nothing is more fun than co-hosting. Vacations are boring.
I knew it. So you're gonna be back next week, right, Andi?
Right.
In person, in the studio.
I guess. But the hologram thing was really fun while it lasted.
Just wait till I go on vacation.
Oh, you don't get a vacation.